Hey guys, welcome back to B-Roy's Barbecue. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the videos. Today, we're going to be doing a New Orleans style po' boy. I'm from Louisiana originally, so today is my interpretation of the perfect po' boy. It's gonna include catfish, shrimp, and oysters on some fresh French bread. It's gonna be amazing, so I hope you guys will stick around for it. All right guys, let's start with our catfish. So I've got my egg wash here. I will put the recipe in the description. I've got some beautiful catfish that I've already trimmed up. So we're gonna do a couple of these. Let's do these. Got my egg wash here. And then I've got one of these little batter boy things. I don't even know what they're called, but anyways. So we go here from the egg wash into the batter bucket, I'll call it that. Give it a shake. Same thing. It's kind of a process right here. We're gonna try and do two at once. Wipe my hands, keep them clean. Shake. Now, our oil is ready. It is 360 degrees. That is the perfect frying temperature for seafood. Really for anything, but look at that beautiful catfish. I'm gonna lay it in like that. I'm gonna lay this one in. Shake off your excess. Shake off your excess and then just lay it down. If you got a fry basket, that works. And then let's drop them in. Because of the size of these fillets, these are gonna go about probably 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. So after about a minute or so, once I get a good setting on the breading, then I'm actually going to kind of like lightly turn them, flip them, so I get even coverage, I get even cooking across the entire fillet. So it's a little bit of a process, but once you get the hang of it, no problem. No problem at all. I've already got a little cake pan. I've got it lined with paper towels, and then I've got like a little baking rack. I don't want to put the fish on the paper towels. I want to keep it suspended, because if I put it on the paper towels, that grease at the bottom, it's gonna make the bottom of the fish soggy, and we wanna keep it as crispy as possible while we're cooking and frying everything else. So that is a tip that I like to use there. Also, when this fish comes out, the second that it comes out of the grease, we're gonna hit it with our seasoning. Today we're seasoning with Malcom Reed's King Craw Cajun seasoning. I really like this seasoning. It tastes delicious. It's a great compliment to your fried fish. Put some of my shrimp in my egg wash because the shrimp is going next. The shrimp takes only about a minute or two to cook, whereas the fish takes the longest. So typically what I like to do is cook the fish first, and that way on the back end, you're not waiting as long of a time to cook when it's time to assemble everything and sit down and eat. So another tip for you there. So right here, let's let that drain for 1 sec. Then we're gonna go right here. Look at that. And then, like I said, the second it comes out, you wanna hit it with your Cajun seasoning. Man, that looks good. Okay, let's go with these. It's a nice sprinkle in there. All right guys, next up, we're frying some shrimp. So check this out. This is a little bit different batter. This is just a seasoned flour batter. I really like that on shrimp better. But you can see here, this is what's gonna be going into the fryer right now. And we can do a lot of these at the same time, which is great. And while those are going, we can probably do all of the shrimp in 2 batches, right? So all I'm doing right now is just kind of tossing these around in here, making sure that I've got even coverage. I don't have any, any spots where there's no batter. Nobody wants that. So this first batch is ready. Let's give it a shake, let it just sit for a second. Any excess oil, and then here we go, right here. Don't forget to season the second they come out. So I've got my oysters here in my egg wash. I'm gonna go back to my cornmeal-based batter that I cooked my catfish in. So, and then these are gonna be probably even quicker than the shrimp. So I'm just gonna take a handful of them. We'll maybe start with those. Get my lid on, give it a shake. Let's drop these babies in. And these do not take long at all. Probably like 30 to 60 seconds. That's it. These oysters should be about done. They're looking great. They are. Another few seconds on those. Don't forget to season right away. All right, guys, let's assemble this amazing New Orleans style po' boy. So I've got my fresh French bread here. We're gonna make a monster po' boy today. Check this out. Take my slicing knife, give it a slice. Let's go right down the middle here and open her up a little bit more. Beautiful, look at this. Now, next thing I wanna do is go mayo. Gotta have the blue plate mayo. This is not a sponsored video. This is just, I grew up in Louisiana and I grew up eating blue plate mayo. And I live in Texas now, but this is what we still buy. Okay, we got our mayo on. Now, let's go ahead and build our po' boy. So let's start with our catfish. Look at this, 1, 2, this is gonna be perfect. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our catfish layer. Then let's go with some shrimp. Don't be shy with it. We spent all this time making all this unbelievable seafood. We are gonna dress this sandwich. Okay, that looks good to me. That one doesn't want to stay there. And then we've got our oysters. Fried oysters on top. One more. One more. That looks good to me. Now, next thing, all right, next thing, we've got our shredded iceberg lettuce here. You can go as light or as heavy as you like. Fresh sliced tomatoes off the vine. Wow, this is gonna be a killer sandwich, I can already tell. Let's even those out. Pickles. Final touches. More of the King Craw Cajun seasoning on our veg. Killer Hogs hot sauce directly on the seafood. Last but not least, fresh lemon juice for some acidity. All right, so we're all seasoned up. We're ready to go. All we gotta do now is fold it up, slice it, and let's eat. Look at this. Okay, let's give this guy a slice. What do y'all think? I'm gonna go quarters on this guy. Be careful not to slice your fingers. More here. Try and keep everything on the sandwich. All right, look at this. I'm gonna go with this one right here. That, y'all, that is what you call a New Orleans po' boy. This has the fried catfish, the fried shrimp, and the fried oysters. Let's go in for the bite. Oh my God. That is insane. I gotta go in for another one. Absolutely worth every minute of that. Incredible. Appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for the next one.